It's been 2 years since the last true Rock Band game, and Harmonix used that time to offer something awesome for those willing to lay down some extra coin. While the core game hasn't changed really at all since Rock Band 1, the new addition of the keyboard and 100 plus button Pro Guitar offer gameplay unlike anything before. Rock Band 3 comes packed with tons of new clothes and accessories to customize your band, new venues to shred in, and lots of cool on-stage theatrics to make you feel like you're a rock star. Very little has changed in the artistic style since Rock Band 2, and you know, after the visual brilliance of Beatles' Rock Band, it's a little tough to go back to the same old thing, but it still looks good. On stage, your band seizes the right moments, going nuts in guitar solos, hamming it up together. Even your keyboardist gets into it like he's saving the world with every note. In previous Rock Band games, the crowd would start singing with you as you did better and better, this chorus rising to say, "You effing rule!" The impromptu chorus was one of my favorite things about the first two Rock Bands, and it's not in Rock Band 3. I know, it's lame. Of course, what really matters are the songs you're playing on stage. Rock Band 3 supports all of your non-Beatles downloaded content and lets you import most of the tracks from the first two games. If you've been a Rock Band fan for years, you're going to have a few hundred songs to choose from. The new stuff, 83 tracks in all, is an eclectic collection that's a little more pop than it is metal. There are some real surprises. Amy Winehouse, Huey Lewis and the News. It's a broad range of songs. Sure, a few here and there are pretty much trash, but the bulk of the songs are awesome to play. This is easily my favorite setlist from the three main Rock Band games. You know how this works. You and your buddies are part of a band. Someone sings, someone plays guitar, you've got a drummer, everyone hits the right notes at the right time, you score points, and you become rock gods. Except now there are some new instruments that flip Rock Band on its head. First up is the keyboard. This thing is solid, even if it is pint-sized. There is a really gimped easy mode for beginners. You play with just 5 keys, which amounts to playing guitar without strumming. It's really boring and not worth the money you spend to get that keyboard. The value is in playing pro keys. It ain't easy, but you can straight up play songs note for note and even learn a thing or two about playing piano. Adding the keyboard allowed Harmonix to include songs you'd never think to see in a Rock Band game, like Warren Zevon's Werewolves of London, or Elton John's, well, anything by Elton John really. Many keyboard songs are a lot of fun to play and completely rewrite the idea of challenge in a Rock Band game. But a word of warning, most songs support keyboard, but not all of them. Another option is the pricey Pro Mustang guitar from Mad Catz. It's got more than 100 buttons, which correspond to the strings and frets on a real guitar. You can learn to play guitar using this in Rock Band 3, if you can manage to understand the somewhat insane tablature Harmonix created just for this game. While the tech is cool, the Pro guitar is kind of dumb. If you're gonna pay this much money for a fake guitar with buttons that make it hard to slide your fingers on, why not spend a little bit more money to get the real thing? You're just upgrading from one guitar with plastic buttons to another guitar with way more plastic buttons. Though Pro Guitar totally changes how you play Rock Band 3 and is brilliant in its implementation, I can't advise making the purchase. Get the real deal at this point. Stop living your rock fantasies through cheap plastic toys. The new instruments are just part of the changes to Rock Band 3. There's a completely remade career mode that ties everything together. Rock Band 3 is all about challenges. For example, you may be tasked with staying in overdrive for as long as possible in a song. There are general challenges as well as ones specific to each instrument. And if you have other Rock Band tracks on your hard drive, the game creates challenges for them as well. Completing challenges either as a full band or solo earn you experience points that level you up, unlocking new outfits and new venues. These challenges can be completed in any of the modes, so the career of your band is built into the entire game.
Foxy lady.
The value of Rock Band 3 is going to vary from person to person, far more than with most games. The more you invest in it, the more you'll get out of it. The addition of Pro Mode is reason enough to buy Rock Band 3. For the first time, the series is more satisfying alone in a room than with friends. Not to say that rocking out with your buddies isn't cool, but seriously, you can spend 20 hours playing pro keys and never need anyone else in your band. And at the end of the day, there's no question that Rock Band 3 is the best music game option around, even if you don't want to go pro.